Okay, good afternoon to everyone. So today we are going to start another topic. Uh, Topic is coal. So we were discussing in the last class, okay, how the coal-based thermal power plant is works. What is the main uh, important aspects of coal, how the coals can be utilized uh, for boil the water, all those things we were discussing in the last class, right? So without coal, we cannot run a power plant. That is called coal-based power plant. Without coal is not possible. So what is so the importance of coal is okay is very essential requirement for a thermal power plant. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is without coal you cannot uh, run a coal-based thermal power plant. So for that we have to discuss the coal little bit more. That's why I taking this topic a little bit elaborated. Now we are moving to the today agenda of the session. So, so shall we move to the first today agenda of the session? So we are going to discuss the three agenda. One is first, what is mean by coal? What are the different types of coal? That is, we are going to discuss. After that, we are going to discuss the comparison between different type of coal. So normally, coal is not a single one. It has different variety. So how it is different and what are the benefits of and what are the gases coal during the conversion? All those things we are going to discuss. So these are the three agenda of today's session: different type of coal, comparison, and combustion of coal. So I would like to ask the question. Uh, State the purpose of coal handling system. So in the last class, we were discussed about how the coal is delivered from coal mine to boiler area. Okay, with the help of coal handling system. Okay, we are deliver the coal from coal mine to boiler area. Okay, that is furnace area. So in the furnace boiler area only the coal is uh, fired. Okay, so now you can tell anyone what is the function of coal dryer or how the coal dryer is used for while handling the coal. So what is the purpose? Anybody knows? I already told some aspects of coal dryer in the last class itself. So anybody knows what is the coal dryer? What is the purpose? Anyone? Students? Huh? Students, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Anyone kindly please respond.
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of coal dryer?
Sir, to remove the moisture
To
content in
remove
coal,
moisture
sir.
content in the coal, sir.
Why are taking so much time for answering these type of questions? This is very simple questions. So many people are there, but answer only one or two people. This is very, uh, it is very not a good practice. You can say it is not a good habit also. If somebody asks to you, you have to reply no. Right? Okay. We'll come to the subject, right? So what is the purpose of coal dryer is? The purpose of coal dryer is to remove the moisture present in the coal because while taking the coal from coal mine, okay, the coal has different size and also it has some moisture content. So you cannot feed into the boiler directly the same coal. So what you have to do is you have to cut down the coal and the required size. That means use, okay, the coal mill. That is, I already told what is meant by pulverized coal. So you have to prepare a pulverized coal. Then you have to remove the moisture content in the coal. After that only it will goes to the boiler for firing. Otherwise what will happen, if directly coal is taken from the mine and it goes to the boiler, it will not burn. It will not burn completely. So what I'm trying to say is, uh, remove the moisture content, the coal not burn. So that is the main purpose of coal dryer. So coal dryer is used to dry the coal. That means remove the moisture present in the coal. So this is the main purpose. Okay. Now we are moving to the different types of coal. There are different type of coal is categorized based upon the percentage of carbon available in that coal. Okay, so according to the percentage of carbon, okay, we have categorized different type of coal because how much amount of carbon is present in the coal, based upon that the ignition property is improved. Okay, you got the point. So if the carbon percentage is more mean, okay, you will get more fire from that type of coal. So that's why we are categorized based upon the percentage of carbon. If the carbon percentage is increased, mean the completely the coal is burned, okay, in the boiler or furnace area. So this is the categorized on this way we have categorized the different type of coal. Okay, now we'll come to the point. There are different type of coal. One is called peat, second is called lignite, third one is called bituminous coal and anthracite. So you can see a different type of coal here. In this picture, you can see what are the different type, how it is look like this. Okay. So while you are taken from this coal mine, you will get this kind of coal. Okay, different size, different structure, and it should have and it have some moisture content. So you have to prepare the coal. For that, you have to use coal dryers. Okay, right. First, we will see the peat. So what is mean peat? Peat is one type of a coal. It is not actually a coal, but rather than the precursor of a coal. To coal. Precursor of to coal means it is a mixed one, a partially decayed plant based on the organic material consists of partially decayed plant and in some cases deposited mineral matter, and peat is placed under high pressure and heat it become a coal. So after long term, okay, the partially decayed plant after a long duration, okay, with the help of high pressure and with help of high pressure and heat, okay, it becomes a coal. Okay, so this is a first stage formation of a coal. So நார்மலாக கோல் எப்படி கிடைக்குதுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு நார்மலாக ஓவர் இயர் பார்சியலி டீகேட் பிளான்ஸ் அப்படியே வந்து என்ன ஆயிருக்கும், டீகம்போஸ் ஆகி கம்போஸ் ஆகி ஹை ப்ரெஷர் ஹீட்னால இட் வில் பிகம்ஸ் கோல். ஸோ இனிஷியலி ஹவு கோல் இஸ் கிரியேட்டட் அப்படிங்கிறதுனா தட் இஸ் ஹவு ஓவர் அ பீரியட் ஆஃப் டைம். Okay, over a period of so many years with a high pressure and heat, okay, the partially decayed plant is converted into peat. So it is not actually a coal, but it is a precursor of a coal. So இது ஒரு முன்னாடி coal form ஆகிறதுக்கான initial state தான் we can call it as peat. So this is also a one type of coal. It is the initial stage of a coal. Okay, right. Next, what is the second? Second one is lignite.
Lignite.
Lignite, here you can see, lignite coal is the lowest grade coal. So this is the lowest grade. Lignite normally in our Tamil Nadu, Neyveli area, you can see the lignite coal. But that coal is the lowest grade coal with the least concentration of carbon. Why it is called a lowest grade means I already told, based upon the carbon percentage available in that coal, we are categorized. So what I am trying to say is If the coal percentage is low means that is called lowest grade coal. Okay. If the coal percentage is maximum means that is the highest grade coal. Okay. So you got my point. What is mean by low grade coal? So the carbon percentage is very low. So you will get only a minimum amount of ignition. Okay. Uh, uh, that is the nature of lignite. Okay, right. And third type of coal is bituminous, subbituminous. So what is mean by subbituminous is another type of coal. It is black in color and dull shining, not a good shine one. Okay, but it's dull shine. If it is a good shine mean that is another one type, that is bituminous. So subbituminous is little bit black color but in dull shining. Okay, and has higher rating value than ignite. So heat value is more comparative with the ignite. Okay, so break into pieces during storage. So while storage, it easily, okay, that is a main advantage of subbituminous. So if you want to cut the coal that or reshape the coal according to a required size, normally 6 mm we want to convert means, okay, you can easily convert because it is easily breakable into pieces. So storage is very easier, but higher heating value than ignite. That is a very important point. That is a sub the bituminous coal. So bituminous coal is look bright shiny color black, okay, and high volatile material like petrol or diesel. Okay, it is a volatile one. Okay, and long yellow smoky flames it comes. Okay, so while burning, the yellow smoky flames is coming from bituminous coal. So it has more carbon concentration compared with the subbituminous and lignite. So most of the time, bituminous coal, okay, may not be used because it gives uh, uh, yellow smoky flames. Okay, that's why we moving to the another type of coal. Another type of coal is next one. We'll see anthracite. Okay, so anthracite is the best coal. This is the highest rank of coal. Okay, it is hard. The property of anthracite is hard. Anthracite coal is hard, brittle, and black. Important. A lustrous coal often referred to a hard coal containing high percentage of fixed carbon and low percentage of volatile matter. If you see in the previous previous type coal, that is bituminous coal is a high volatile material. So that's why we are not mostly not focus this type of coal. But if you go with anthracite coal, it is a low percentage volatile matter and also high carbon. That's why most of the coal-based thermal power plant focusing anthracite type of coal. But in naturally, okay, most of the coal available in India is lignite and bituminous type coal. Some areas we have anthracite coal. Okay, so this is the nature, okay, available in our Indian areas. Okay. Now we'll come to the just a minute. Now we'll come to the combustion of coal. So these are the different type of coal. Now we'll move to the combustion. So before going to start the combustion, first we will compare the four different type of coal. So peat is the earlier stage of coal. Okay, it is not a coal, but the first formation is a peat. So the first type, and so we have another four different type of coal. One is lignite, subbituminous, second one, third one bituminous, and the last one anthracite. While comparing with this, okay, anthracite coal is high carbon content. The carbon content percentage is 86 to 97 percentage, and burn slowly. That very important. So if burn slowly means you will get more heat. Okay, but if you take as bituminous coal, it's highly volatile. That means burning of this bituminous coal is high. So you will need more amount of coal. Okay, so amount of coal to produce the steel is very less. Okay, in anthracite, and more amount is required in bituminous and subbituminous. Okay, so lignite coal is a soft coal, lowest energy content, carbon content is between 25 to 30%, and higher moisture content. So you have to remove the moisture content with help of coal dryers. Okay, so coal dryer is used for lignite coals and tendencies to crumble, used mainly at electric generating plant. So normally in our Neyveli areas and some other countries also, coal is available. So in US, 8 percentage of coal production, okay, they are dominating, okay, in lignite. And subbituminous, it is a medium-based grade coal, soft in nature, contains less moisture than ignite. Carbon content is little bit higher, that is 35 to 45%. They are generally used for produce electricity. So this is also 40% coal production in US. It is used for. Next, uh, bituminous coal. So bituminous is medium hard, contains very little moisture, carbon content between 34 to 86%, widely used for power generation, and steel and iron industries also used for power generation purpose and for heating purpose also. It is most abundant type coal. It is available in mostly available in US. So more than 50% type of coal production comes from US. Okay, that is bituminous type of coal. And next one is anthracite. Anthracite is the highest carbon content. It is a hard one. Uh, uh, Carbon content is lies between 86 to 97 percentage. So more carbon content means it's burned, okay, slowly, and the same time, okay, more heat can be generated with help of this coal. So that's why anthracite is mostly used in power productions. Okay, so this is a high grade of coal. So these are the different type of comparison between these coals. Okay, so bituminous coal is normally most of the countries bituminous is available, but it is a volatile. But anthracite is limitedly available, but it is a high grade coal because it has higher carbon content. But lower grade of the coal is lignite. So these are the point you have to keep in mind. Okay. Next, we are moving to the combustion of coal. So normally combustion takes place in the furnace. Okay, so furnace where it is located, the lower part of your boiler. Okay, so normally the coal combustion is called coal combustion theory. Okay, it has some uh, fundamental concept. That means it has some theory. So why we call this? Because if you want to complete the combustion, that means if you want to completely the coal should be ignited, means then only our outcome, that is outcome is nothing but one byproduct. One of the byproduct is I already told, as second byproduct is toxic gases. So if you want to control the toxic gases means you have to completely combust the coal. So that is the main agenda of combustion of coal theory. Okay, so that's why combustion of coal theory is very very important, right? Okay, so combustion is a rapid chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen. So here fuel is nothing but our coal. Okay, so when combustible element of fuel combine with oxygen, so if you want to combust the uh, fuel, that is coal, means you need oxygen, because oxygen has heat energy. With help of that you can burn the fuel, that means burn the coke. Okay, so when combustible element of fuel combine with oxygen, heat energy come up. So while combined with coke and oxygen, it will produce heat energy. Okay, So during combustion, combustible element like carbon, sulfur, hydrogen, etc. combine with oxygen and produce respective oxide. So normally coke has carbon, sulfur, hydrogen and so many content. Okay, carbon content is more in anthracite and carbon content is low in lignite. That is we were discussed. Okay, so these coke is combined with oxygen means it gives some after combustion, that after firing, okay, it gives uh, toxic gases. That means it will produce a toxic gases and as well as ash. So we want to control the combustion means you have to supply the amount of oxygen uh, at the maximum level. If your oxygen is too low means again the combustion will not takes place on proper manner. Similarly, if your oxygen is more also, it will burn quickly. Okay, so we have to supply the oxygen at sufficient quantity. That's why the combustion theory is required. So based upon the volume present in the uh, coke, we have to fix some level of oxygen. So that is the basic concept behind on the combustion theory. So by volume, there is 21 percentage of oxygen present in the air. So you know very well, the oxygen percentage in the air is 21%, and the weight is 23.2 percentage. So normally air is combined with your coke. So because air we are supplying to the forced draft plant, as we discussed in the earlier classes. Okay, I already told how the steam thermal power plant or coal-based thermal power plant is working. That in the furnace area we have provided a forced draft fan. With help of the forced draft plant, we are blowing the air for fire and the coke. So in the air you have 21 percentage oxygen. Okay, by volume and weight 23.2. Although there is 79 percentage of oxygen, sorry, nitrogen, and 21 percentage of oxygen. So it will play a very important role in combustion. So how the air and nitrogen, that is oxygen and nitrogen is present in the air, how that will be, okay, combust with help of coal. Based upon that, it will produce the byproduct. Okay, so the byproducts is what are the gases we will see in the next slide. Okay, actually nitrogen carries heat during combustion to steam boiler stack. As per the combustion theory, the quantity of air required for combustion is that which provide a sufficient oxygen to complete the oxidation of combustion element of fuel. This is quantity of air is normally known as stoichiometric air requirement. So normally we were discussed stoichiometric air fuel ratio in IC engine. The purpose of stoichiometric air fuel ratio is for correct air fuel ratio is we have to maintain in the IC engine. Then only the combustion will be takes place in the IC engine proper manner. In similarly, okay, in the same similar nature, if you want to burn the coal in the boiler furnace area for complete burning means, okay, you have to maintain the sufficient oxygen. So you have to fix the oxygen and also the nitrogen. That means you have to supply the quantity, you have to supply, or we have to control the supply of air. Okay, based upon that we can get the complete combustion. Okay, so that quantity of air should be controlled. Okay, with help of stoichiometric air ratio. Okay, so stoichiometric air ratio is nothing but for complete combustion of coal we have to supply a sufficient amount of oxygen. So that is the need of stoichiometric air requirement. Okay, so based upon that, we have to apply the, sorry, we have to send oxygen to the combustion area or air to the combustion area. We will get the complete combustion. So this is the basic behind on the combustion theory. Okay. Next, tell me that gas produces due to combustion of a coal. So I will ask another question. Anybody knows? Kindly tell me the gases produced due to combustion of coal. What are the different type of content present in your carbon, okay, how the air is combined with your coal in the furnace area and how it is burned, okay, that we discussed. Now you can tell me what are the gases produced due to combustion of coal. Any idea? Any gases produced in the combustion of coal? You say yes. What are the gases? Anyone?
Hydrogen. Carbon dioxide, sir.
Carbon dioxide. Okay. Then only carbon dioxide.
Carbon monoxide.
Monoxide, sir.
Monoxide. Okay. Any other else? That's all. Only these two gases. Here you can see. Okay. What is a stoichiometric? You will see the what are the different type of gases. Okay. So if it is bituminous coal means okay, 11.18 percentage of air is required for complete combustion. If it is an anthracite coal, 10.7 stoichiometric air. Coke, coke is the initial state, okay, that is 9.8, then liquid 7.8. These are all peat type of coal, okay. Peat again 5.7. So based upon this, okay, the stoichiometric air mass is required for complete combustion of a coal. Now we'll come to the point. So while coming from the furnace, okay, there are different type of gases come out from your uh, furnace area. So that is comes through the chimney. That's all. The gases are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and NOx because nitrogen is present in the air. So nitrogen dioxide and NOx, that is nitrogen oxides, and SOx is there, and carbon monoxide is there, and carbon dioxide is there. Okay, and also ash is there, ash and soot particles. Okay, so these are all the gases also present in our the gases come out from the furnaces, furnace, furnace. Sorry. So up to this we covered different type of coal and comparison between coal and next combustion of coal and what are the different type of gases come out from the combustion chamber or furnace area. Then we discuss about the stoichiometric air. Okay, so that's all from now. So in the next class, we are going to discuss how to control these type of gases. Okay, so if you want to control these gases means what are the additional fitment is required. So normally, if you take an IC engine of a vehicle, okay, so the exhaust gas coming from your silencer, that is your tailpipe, okay, if it is not treated properly means it will give lot of impact to the environment and also the human beings. Okay, so what we are doing right now, we are use catalytic converter for control the emissions. Okay, so the main three emissions from IC engine is, you know very well, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, NOx if it is a petrol engine. Okay, then some other gases also present in diesel vehicle like particulate matter, soot particles, and SOx also there. Okay, so if you cannot control these type of gases, definitely it will give a lot of impact to the society. So what I'm trying to say is the same nature, okay, that will apply in a coal-based industry also because coal-based industry also producing lots of toxic gases, right? So without controlling these gases, it will create a lot of social impact and societal impact, societal environmental impact. So that's why we have to use some controlling mechanism. Okay, so with help of these controlling devices, okay, some controlling device we are going to discuss in the next classes. Okay, how this controlling device is used to control these gases and also remove these some soot particle present in the chimneys. All those things we are going to discuss in the next class. Up to this, we covered the complete coal-based thermal power plant and steam-based thermal power plant. Okay. So next class onwards, we are going to discuss about the controlling mechanism of exhaust gases present in the coal-based thermal power plant. Come out from the chimney or from the coal-based thermal power plant. Okay. So if you have any doubt, now you can ask. If you have any doubt, now you can ask.
No, sir. Sir, materials Google Classroom upload பண்ணுங்க sir.
Yes, yes. After complete the session only, I will put the PPTs. Okay. If I put the
Okay, sir.
PPT before commencing the classes, means people only download the PPT and won't come to the class. Okay. So after explanation only, after complete the explanation in the online class, after complete that, I will put it in the uh, Google Classroom. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if the first chapter is finished means I will put the PPT in the Google Classroom. Okay, so you can refer it.
Okay, sir.
Any questions? So from next class onwards, you can use the same link. Okay, because it's a common link. Okay, you can use the same link for all classes. Okay, do you have any doubt? So
Okay.
now the first chapter is over. Okay, coal-based and steam thermal power plant is now we completed. So in the next class, we are going to discuss about the controlling mechanism of coal, controlling mechanism available in the chimney side. Okay, how the gases be treated. Okay, how we can control the gases, toxic gases from the chimney. That is we are going to discuss. So that's all from now. If you have no questions,